Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. Today is April 14th, 2021. A significant day, not just in cryptocurrency, but also in all financial markets, because Coinbase is being listed on the NASDAQ stock exchange today. That's going to be very significant, as all financial markets and sectors are going to have to report on how Coinbase does, and it's expected to do very, very well. Last we checked, it was around $250 was supposed to be the listing price. It could easily double that by the end of the day. So that's significant, considering the amount of money that Coinbase made in Q1 was over $1 billion, which was, I think they made $1.8 billion, which was more than all of 2020 combined for Coinbase. So expect a lot of big things to happen for Coinbase, for exchanges, and all of the cryptocurrency space today. And we'll get into it about not just Coinbase, but the entire Coinbase effect of Coinbase, what it can do to the entire crypto market. Cryptocurrency has had a lot of news going on in the marketplace this year, mostly because of how Bitcoin has been performing along with other assets. But one of the bigger stories this week and in April overall is the fact that Coinbase is going public. Now, Coinbase has been speculated as to what the price is going to be. It could be $250 a share, could be even more. But Coinbase, as one of the largest exchanges in the United States, it's a big deal that it's coming out into the public, and it's going to be talked about a lot on all financial sectors tomorrow and throughout the rest of April. So what's the significance of Coinbase going public? Well, Coinbase has a major impact on cryptocurrency space. Back in 2016, 2017, there were only 3 cryptocurrencies listed on Coinbase. It was Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. That were the only 3. Since then, they've added a number of coins, and they continue to add coins almost every quarter. So here's a couple of recent examples. Just last week, Coinbase listed 1inch, Engine, NKN, and Origin token on April 7th. And they said they would be able to be traded on Coinbase Pro as soon as April 9th. They typically announce it, then they bring it to Coinbase Pro. After that, it usually migrates over to the Coinbase app where more people can see it. But even in this article, you can see that the altcoins typically rise about 20% from what they call the Coinbase Effect. So let's take a look at these 4 coins and see what the impact of them being announced just early April. Let's take a look at 1inch. So 1inch, here's a chart for them for April. April 7th, they were announced. There was a little bit of a dip, but you can see right away they popped up almost 20%, going from $5 up to $6. But you can see even the expectations, it took the coin from under $4 to over $6. And look at the volume in the time frame of that week, as the news was starting to leak out. You can see that, just because it was actually released on the 9th doesn't mean that somebody else didn't know. So you can see that this chart is not going to be that atypical of the other charts. So let's take a look at Engine for a moment. Engine, similar chart, it's at $3 now. But again, on the 1 month chart, here it looks very similar. So once again, let's go back to 1inch and look at Engine. Again, big volume, huge volume around April 9th. And it went from $2.16 all the way up to a high of nearly double, $3.88. It nearly doubled in the space of 2 days. Origin protocol, similar, volume spike, price spike. And NKN, even more noticeable. You can see that there's 4 volume spikes as news started to trickle out, to the point where NKN got all the way up to over $1.25, where it was just on April 6th, 30 cents, April 5th. So that's a quadrupling in the matter of simply days. So how do we find these coins for Coinbase? How do you know what they're going to list or what they're considering? Well, what many people don't realize is Coinbase actually has a blog, and they put out a number of articles on Coinbase regarding what they're going to do. Here's the article about releasing those 4 coins. But if you scroll down further, you see mention here of a release of 3 other coins, Polygon or Matic, Scale, and SushiSwap. And if we look at those charts, they'll be very similar. We can look at those now. here was the release article from March 9th, about a month ago. So looking at Polygon, similarly on a 1 month scale. Actually, it's going to have to be a 3-month scale. Go back a little bit further. So at the March 9th time frame, look at the spike for Polygon and Matic going from 20 cents all the way up to over a double at the 45 cents. And it's done pretty well holding that number. Scale, we're going to look at that. 3 months. 3 months. Again, same spike, same kind of pattern. From right around the March 9th time frame, from 30 cents to hit $1. Saw a dollar bounce in there. Can I get it again? There we go. $1. And then lastly, SushiSwap. SushiSwap is one of the decentralized exchanges, similar to Uniswap. Chart looks a little bit more hectic to look at, but SushiSwap has had a lot of activity, a lot of interest, but not as much as so it's not as noticeable to see the effect here. So it's kind of priced in, and maybe they saw it coming. But it's been on a major tear since January anyway. But you can really see effect in Scale and Polygon with these remarkable volume spikes. So, and one more to talk about Cardano. Cardano was released. Cardano, we go back to the blog. Cardano was mentioned in the blog that they were going to be added. Let's see, Cardano, now available on Coinbase, March 19th. Added Cardano look on a 3-month scale. Let's go back to March 19th. March 19th, big volume, and a nice spike going from $2 to $1.42. That's a 40% move. So again, back to the blog. How do you find these next coins? You have to keep an eye on the Coinbase blog, because that's where they tend to leak out the first amount of news, at least published. So, going back even further in the blog, you can find a couple of older articles from last summer, which mention a number of coins that they considered for listing for Coinbase. Here's one from June 10th. The Coinbase continues to explore supporting new digital assets. So here's a bunch of different coins that they consider, including VeChain. I think that's Scale, and a number of other coins here. There's SushiSwap. So there we go. They're actually listed out now. So now you've got Scale. You've got a number of coins that have been mentioned or actually came in the news with Grayscale, with Horizon and LivePeer. There's Origin Protocol. And now let's take a look at another post from July, where we have a number of other interesting coins. You have Curve, that's Hashgraph, it's Kasama, there's RSR, there's the Graph, there's Theta, there's Balance. Some of these coins have been added, some of them have not. So I think that's Filecoin as well. No, it's actually Fetch. So anyway, so here's the list. This is the place to look. This is the place to watch for more information of what Coinbase is potentially looking at adding to their list of coins, which, as noted in the very first article, where we even said there was a mention of the Coinbase effect, 20% jumps for these altcoins. So again, these aren't really long-term plays, but these are like potential coins that could run for a little while. It's sort of a swing trade. So if you're looking at these coins and you like these projects and they get listed on the Coinbase blog, it's not a bad idea at all to take some of your portfolio and invest in these particular projects, waiting for that inevitable Coinbase release. So there you have a little rundown of the Coinbase effect on today, the big day for Coinbase itself. The exchange is being listed on NASDAQ. As we speak right now, the markets are open, the coin is trading. Unfortunately, it doesn't trade 24/7 like the cryptocurrency space, but NASDAQ is trading today in the normal 9:30 to 4 o'clock New York time window. And we could see the price soar both today, tomorrow, the rest of the week. It's Wednesday. Typically things go up. We'll see. But it's probably going to have a pretty significant day and week. And I'll bring a lot of news and a lot of eyeballs, even more, to the Coinbase and the cryptocurrency market overall. So keep that in mind with Coinbase. Coinbase is a big factor in the cryptocurrency market. They're getting a lot of attention now. They will have a lot of impact and say with the Coinbase Effect to coins that are being listed to Coinbase over the coming months. And to find those coins, we talked about it earlier. Look at the Coinbase blog. So with that piece of information and news, I'll close the drawer on the bureau, and I'll see you next time. Please like and subscribe. Click that little bell button for notifications, and I'll see you next time.